The magic question with no magic answer in fishing is, when is it time to move?
Yeah, if I don't get anything, I just go move. Just my brain told me so.
I know it's time to pick up and move when score tracker is lighting up and I have got a big 0 next to my name.
A lot of time I'll set kind of a mental timer. You know, okay, if I don't catch one or have a bite in 15 minutes, I'm gonna move. But a lot of the time, you know, that's just kind of a gut instinct.
When that score tracker's dinging and you're falling, I think unless you're visibly looking at fish you think you're gonna catch, I think it's time to go.
It's easy in MLF. It's a lot easier than it was in our old school 5-fish format.
You got to pay attention to the score tracker for one.
If that score tracker lights up and you're not, it's time to pack your bags and move.
That score tracker is what makes it easy to move. It's what you can, if people are catching them and you're not getting bit, it's time to make a change.
It'll be real slow, but when they start biting, they're biting. It's not just for one guy, it's lake wide. And if they start catching them and you're not catching them, you have to move.
We as professional anglers, we get so stubborn and locked in on our strengths that we realize, okay, maybe it's a 9 o'clock bite or 10 or whatever it is, yet they're catching them. It means you need to be catching them.
It's so hard to figure out that should I stay or should I go? And the way you have to do it is you have to listen to score tracker. If they're racking them up and you're not, you've got to move. You have to make a change.
I kind of like to watch the first hour to see what the pace for the day is going to be. You kind of know what the leader's got, what 10th is catching, and what 20th is catching, and that pace stays pretty consistent throughout the day. You'll have guys that'll get around some and run it up or down, but in the first hour, you can really kind of tell what the tone for the day is going to be.
MLF competition, things are ramped up so much more because you've got the score tracker, tick, 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 tick. Guys are catching fish, you're not catching fish. And I've definitely found that if you are a patient fisherman, MLF is not good for you. If you are not catching fish, you have to move, period. It doesn't matter, you can't wait for the fish to turn on. You may be able to leave your spot and come back later, but if you're not catching fish, after a few minutes, you have got to move. That's the bottom line in MLF.